Hi everyone, in this Acro Yoga beginner tutorial we're going to be learning how to do foot to hand. As the name suggests, it's where the flyer stands on the base's hands. In addition to this, we're also going to be learning how to do reverse bird, which is just like bird but in reverse. And then at the end we're going to be linking the two moves together, so going from foot to hand into reverse bird. My name is Sean and I'll be giving tips as a base.
My name's Alyssa and I'll be giving tips as a flyer.
Okay, so to begin with, we're going to be learning how to do foot to hand. So to do so, I'll be lying on my back. Alyssa's going to stand by my head, looking towards me. I'm going to tap one of her feet. She's going to raise her foot. I'm going to place my hand on the sole of her foot. My index finger is on her heel. I'm going to tap her other foot. She's going to raise it. Once again, I'm going to position my hands correctly on her soles of her feet. I'm then going to present my feet to her. She's going to grab them and use them as support. I then squeeze one foot. Alyssa raises it.
So I shift my weight slightly onto that foot that's raised, checking the stability of that support there.
I have my wrists at 45 degrees. I don't want to go too steep. Too steep will cause Alyssa to move forward, and too flat back is poor support for the wrist. So I want to be 45 degrees and pushing up at the same time. I then squeeze the other foot to signal to Alyssa to move it upwards.
So I check that my body's upright as I then raise my other foot and bring them into position.
I'm actively pushing up with my hands, keeping my wrists at 45 degrees, as I mentioned before. And this is going to keep Alyssa nice and stable.
And so once I was stable, Sean could remove his feet to allow me to come upright. Sometimes when the feet are there, it has a tendency to make you lean forward, which can be counterproductive. So if possible, straighten yourself out and bring yourself upright, engaging your core.
It's also good for a flyer as well. A lot of flyers, when starting off, they tend to look downwards, as Alyssa mentioned. So keeping the chin up and the shoulder blades back can be a good tip as a base to instruct the flyer.
I'm quite stable here on Sean as he's experienced, so I can keep my confidence. With the newer base, you may be a bit wobbly. It really helps you and the base if you have your confidence in the base and your confidence in yourself.
Okay, so I'm going to present my feet to Alyssa and we're going to come back downwards. So back down. So next up we're going to be learning how to do reverse bird, which is just like bird but in reverse. To do so, I take Alyssa's feet. I take my feet and I plant them on her hips.
And just as in bird, keep your body engaged, gradually leaning the weight forward onto the legs.
I receive Alyssa's weight and I'm pushing up with my toes. Sometimes you do need to push up with your heels, just depending on where you have placed your feet. And then once it feels stacked, you can slowly move the hands away and just let the weight sit nicely.
And I actively bring my legs up, keeping them parallel with my body.
Okay, we're going to exit from this one now. This is quite a nice and easy one. And lastly, we're going to combine the two moves together. So we're going to go from foot to hand into reverse bird. So once again, I tap Alyssa's foot. I take my hand, plant it on her sole. Other side as well. Present my feet, squeezing one foot. Foot comes up, second foot comes up. Alyssa's weight stacks.
Engaging strongly through my legs here.
And then from here, I'm just going to kick Alyssa in the front there and then guide her weight onto my feet
So I'm letting Sean guide me here down. I'm not falling onto his feet. This will help with the movement.
And like that, we're now in reverse bird. So going to take Alyssa's feet now to exit safely. And that is how to do foot to hand and reverse bird, and then integrate the two into each other. So we hope that you liked that video. We've got plenty more Acro Yoga videos coming out, so please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you. See you next time.